Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Chicago Bears. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Brady gives this one off to Jones. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Well, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
Now a first carry for Giovani Bernard. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call. I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a feeling and carried it through.
Yeah, that's one where you think, okay, if you're down, 2 minutes left, the ball's near midfield, you go for it. But at this stage, at that part of the field, but like you said, it worked. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Brady. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Antonio Brown. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Brady's going to look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So pretty interesting. They get the opening drive touchdown. They wanted a little more. They were looking for 8, maybe something they thought about before the game started, I would imagine.
I think you're right about that. That's discussed in your staff meeting. A decision is made. I think the head coach has to blueprint it and say, yes, let's go ahead and do that. In this case, though, let's give some credit to the guys on defense. They gave up the touchdown, but found a way to regroup and keep them out of the end zone for the 2-point play.
Now a first down throw, Fields. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Six yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Back to throw, Fields.
That's complete to Robinson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left.
And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney
with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears can grab the lead with the extra point.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Santos with the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
This defense for the Bears, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Bernard. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football, and this is picked up by the Bears. The 20, 10, and they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. The All-Pro in two positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
Well, this defense for the Bears, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. From the 24, Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And some room to roam now. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Here's Brady to throw. This is caught by Evans. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Brady will look to throw for it. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed two-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the three-point shot. And people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Play action. It's Fields.
Robinson's got it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. And they'll get this out quickly to Goodwin.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's the first catch of the game for Goodwin. It's a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Darnell Mooney, the target there.
That'll bring up 2nd down.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Lavonte David.
That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Airing this one out for Evans. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Buccaneers on one play have taken the lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
They'll try and run with Bernard. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
To throw is Fields. That's complete to Mooney.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now. There's so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. take this one down to about the 40. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep, Golden Tate. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And it'll be 1st and goal at the 7-yard line. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different in that position.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They try again with Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears can grab the lead with the extra point. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Fields this way up at the 17. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
He sets up the screen to Jones. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Brady now to throw. Looking downfield for Godwin.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
From the gun, here's Fields.
And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A very solid gain of 27.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Here's Fields.
Flushed out right. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Justin Fields.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Bears would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
The final shot before half for Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Skrine. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action.
Now that's a takeaway. That's how the defense scored.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? On the return, it's Tariq Cohen.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Escaping the pressure right.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Levante David. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
That's complete to his running back, Evans.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll snag about 5 yards down in the 32.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Hey, check back, check back.
Second and 5 now. Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Eddie Jackson picks it. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here's Tate to return. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And following the pick-6, and they had decent field position of throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
From the 25 on second down, Brady airing this one out for Evans. It got his man complete.
They should have put a stamp on me in the locker room.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
We keep waiting year after year to see signs of Tom Brady's arm strength deteriorating, but his message there, keep waiting.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a one-score deficit.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack.
When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
Another try after the first down sack. Fields gonna let one fly for Robinson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it, Brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And he is going to have the Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Brady. This is caught. It's Brown. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Bandit Brothers' thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Brady. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll try the left side. Bernard. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Brady. Caught on the slant. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Succop's kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So give him 3 on that drive. Normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
Here's Cohen now to return. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Here's Fields. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Robinson. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20.
Fields to Veteran Robinson for the Chicago first. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 8 coming up. Out of the gun, Fields. Deep ball for Goodwin. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Blocked by Antoine Winfield Jr. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference. Meet it.
Touchdown! 5 touchdown passes now for Tom Brady. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. Well, quite the comeback here. They have erased that deficit, pushed themselves out in front now here in this 4th quarter.
This game's kind of fought the horse race, hasn't it, partner? Because, yeah, the other guys run out to their big lead, but then slowly and surely, they've been creeping up and closing that gap. Now they're stuck ahead in front here late in the game. The finish line's not far away. They need their defense to finish this thing off.
Well, following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Here's Cohen now to return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. But the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Off-play action, Fields.
Man open is Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ballgame now, and he's got a 1st down.
From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
Man open, it's Goodwin. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Chicago.
Fields.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. That catch good for only a couple.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
2nd and 8. Fields now to throw.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That goes for a gain of 31.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
A touchdown is a must here, but of course beware of leaving too much time on the clock for Tom Brady. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. So the Bears with a football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a one-score game. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
They snap it to Fields. That is hauled in by Jimmy Graham. Touchdown Bears.
Jimmy Graham. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have once again taken the lead. Important extra point up and through. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
2nd down at 4.
To throw is Brady.
Getting it out wide here to Bernard.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Back to throw, Brady. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
He'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now Brady. Able to find Jones. And he goes out right around the 39. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They should have gotten more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. And that'll set them back 5. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Brady got to have this one. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. And that kneeled down a little extra sweet. You get the win, and you knock out somebody's perfect season.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because it's not a championship game yet, but the team that's undefeated feels like a champion. So you won a little bit extra in this one. Yeah, they've got to feel great about taking a knee here.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you